Can a random app actually show me new places in my own city? Hey everyone, and welcome back to Genix Travel Vlogs. Today we are in Tel Aviv, our home city, and today we are testing out a brand new self-guided tour app called GPSmyCity. I usually plan my trips by myself, but today I'm going to let the app do it for me. I'm actually curious to see if it will show me places I didn't even know in my own city. Let's see if it's actually worth it. Let's go! We have just arrived to our first stop, which is the Independence Hall, and I'll quickly show you an overview of how the app is working. So you're choosing the walking tour. You're choosing what tour you want to do. We want to do the Tel Aviv introduction walk. And here you got all the stops and the route with the GPS that will guide you. And you even can have an audio guide. Take a listen.
Independence Hall, first known as the Dizengoff House, is the place where Israel's Declaration of Independence was signed.
This is where the Declaration of Independence in 1948 took place. Unfortunately, as you can see, this is under restoration for 7 years, and I don't know if it's going to reopen anytime soon. So anyway, let's go to the next stop.
We just arrived to our next stop, Nachalat Binyamin Street Market, one of the oldest neighborhoods in Tel Aviv.
If you're visiting Tel Aviv, you definitely have to check out Nachalat Binyamin. It's super popular among locals and has such fun atmosphere. You will find handmade crafts, cool souvenirs, live music and lots of street performances. Right next door is another market with a really authentic Middle Eastern vibe. Colorful stalls line a narrow alley filled with exotic spices and fruits, fresh juices and street food, all beautifully displayed by the vendors. We bought a falafel, which is the national food of Israel. I personally very love falafel, and it cost us 22 shekels, which is around $5. Cheers! Both markets, Nachalat Binyamin and Shuka Carmel, are so beautiful and so famous. This is a must place to visit if you're coming to Tel Aviv, and this is places that everybody knows.
All the handcrafts are very beautiful, very unique and made by local artists, so you should check it out.
Now it is time for our first stop, which is Reuven Rubin house, some place that I never heard before.
The first and fifth stops are next to each other. The first one is Bialik Museum, which was the national poet of Israel, and the second one is the Rubin Museum, which was the Israeli national artist. We didn't hear about Reuven, so we've decided to go to Reuven Museum, and we learned so much about him.
We learned today about Reuven. Reuven came to Israel in 1923, and he started painting Israel as he's seen with his eyes, and eventually his painting became very popular, and he became the national painter of Israel. For the sixth spot, the app brought us to another popular spot among the locals. It's Dizengoff Square. Here you can see the fountain and also memorial pictures of the victims of the October the 7th.
This isn't a place I would go to especially, but it's nice to come here if you're nearby.
I would rather suggest visiting Dizengoff Center, one of the largest shopping malls in Tel Aviv. It has a unique design, and once you go inside, it's actually pretty easy to lose a sense of direction. The four corners looks almost identical, and if you're visiting on Friday, there's a homemade food stalls with really delicious options and great prices.
For the 7 points, we go to the Bauhaus art gallery. It's mostly for art lovers, but it's not really our cup of tea.
Our eighth stop for today is David Ben Gurion house, the first Prime Minister of Israel, who also declared the independence of the State of Israel.
Did you know he lived here with his wife before moving to Sde Boker in the Negev?
Well, actually no, so this is a new discovery for me.
According to the app, it's one of the most popular tourist attractions in Tel Aviv, but as you can see, it's currently under restoration, so unfortunately we are going to skip it and head to the last stop.
Finally, our last stop for today is the Tel Aviv Marina.
And although we don't come here very often, it's a well-known spot and a great place to finish the day. Now it's time to summarize my thoughts about the app.
First of all, it offers a self-guided tour in more than 1500 cities around the world, which is pretty impressive. For every attraction, it includes tips and opening hours, although, as we saw today, some of the information seems a little outdated. A few stops had been under restoration for quite a while. Most of the stops were great choices. There were a couple I personally would not include in the introduction tour, like the Bauhaus gallery, but overall, the route was excellent and it covered a lot of places in a very efficient way. So, my final thought is that it's a great app. I'm not sponsored by them, but I will definitely recommend using it on your next trip. It adds value and really can save your time planning your trip.
Alright guys, that's it for today. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about this app and would you try this on your next trip?
If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.